Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to present my descriptive speech about Donald Trump and the border wall. I'm in the back seat of my van on tour with my band, and we're in New Orleans. So we just popped out, and I made the guys go get coffee so I could give this speech. I've been working on the material for a couple days, so here we go. So who, what, when, where, and how. Um, so first off, Donald Trump, our president, obviously, wants to build a border wall in Mexico, and he wants to do it as soon as possible. So that's the who, what, when, and where. How, he wants tax dollars to pay for it. He also, I guess, wants, is planning for Mexico to pay for it, but I assume that's not going to work out. So then, therefore, yeah, tax dollars, I'm sure, is what would be the plan. And why also, I didn't put it on here because I'm going to talk about it more throughout, but, obviously, he is, a racist person, obviously, so that leads into it a good bit, and then, he claims various other things, and I'll get into that as we go. So, here he is, and then here would be, I guess this is some of the existing border wall, but there he is, and so I was a little worried about this, about posting on my own Facebook and stuff about it, but I did it anyways, and I knew that some of my friends would post on it, and I know that I have some friends from high school who would probably post on it and say some really weird stuff, but I guess that's just how it goes. So I posted on my Facebook, and a lot of my friends responded. I deleted comments from people I didn't want. I also posted on my Twitter and on Reddit, but Twitter, no one really said anything back, and then Reddit was just kind of gross, and I just got off of it pretty quick. So we'll talk about Facebook. I posted on there, and I said pretty much exactly what I told you guys. Our president wants to build a wall along the border. He believes that Mexican people are coming to America and stealing our jobs and bringing in drugs. I think his big point is the drug trade, which I said in this post, plenty of people bring in drugs from everywhere. Drugs are harvested in America and created in America. Also, if Mexican people can come to America and have a job, then, maybe they were more ready and able to have it than the people who were here anyway. So I don't think that's necessarily stealing a job. I just think it's, if they got it, they deserved it just like anyone else. And so also Americans immigrated from Europe, so, I don't really understand why a white European man is super worried about other people coming to this country when his ancestors came and stole this country from someone in the first place. So, my friend Adam, who is on the tour with me right now, commented on this post, and he posted this, which I hadn't seen before, that Donald Trump was employing undocumented immigrants, which obviously is, that destroys pretty much his whole argument. So if he's, like Adam said, clearly he has no issue using undocumented workers, so if that's true, then, why would he want to stop people from coming here? And I didn't know about it. It's pretty interesting. And then a former bandmate of mine, Curtis, he said some stuff, that I don't, necessarily totally agree with, but, he said in the end that he doesn't know too much about all this stuff, but it was really nice of him to comment on it so I could, understand and have another point of view. And, pretty honest, just different, and, he's still civil and deliberate, but just a different kind of idea. So, yeah, my friend, some other people commented too, but it started getting a little wacky and not exactly what I was going for, so I wanted to just take the two strongest responses I had and use those. So yeah, I think that most of my friends seemed very civil and very deliberate, which is something we talked about and learned about in our last discussion post, and both of their responses were honest, and they were different, and I'm sure they don't exactly agree with each other, but, civil, no arguing. This wasn't an anonymous post, so they knew each other, so there wasn't totally a veil of anonymity that they could hide behind. And so we'll go back to Reddit. I think that this is a great example of incivility and the lack of respect and ethics in an online format. Seeing as Reddit's pretty much completely anonymous, you can go on there and make your name anything. Nobody has to know who you are, where you're from, anything. And so yeah, when I posted on there, people were just posting all sorts of dirty stuff. Like it's like they immediately searched for the post regarding this, calling me lefty, liberal, blah blah blah. So I just deleted it and moved on and got the good stuff. So my conclusion, I think that, different mediums cause different actions, and anonymity will usually kill civility and sometimes kill deliberation, because people just, once you're behind the screen and there's no one there to, like hold you accountable for your things that you say and do and your actions, no one there to punish you, you'll just do whatever you want. People will say whatever they want, and that's a lot of the problem with ethics and civility in online format. It's a little different in personal communication, because when you're face to face with someone, or even texting them, you still know each other, and you still have to like live up to those things that happen. So if you say something, it's still going to be there. And I think that both civility and ethics should be present in all communication, even online, even anonymous. If you don't want people to know who you are, that's totally fine. But definitely no reason to go on a website and just start bashing people and saying rude things, hateful things. People should be civil. They should deliberate and talk and use, real communication tactics, and not just make things up and not just say things that don't matter. So it's been a great semester. Thank you so much. I feel like I learned so much in this class, and I hope you have a great fall. Thank you.